Good afternoon, YouTubes, and what a wet and windy afternoon it is today in not so sunny Kent. It's about 10 degrees, so it's a bit chilly. I've got my waterproofs on, my leaky waterproofs, and today I'm trying a new app. I say a new app, I think it is called, I probably waffled about it on a previous video. It is called TomTom, I think it's called Go Ride. If you have a quick look you might find it. So I've set a route just down to Rye, which is in East Sussex, and it's a place I go fairly often. There's a nice little coffee shop down there. I'm going to grab a bit of coffee and cake. I probably won't today, I've got things to be doing. But I just wanted to get out on a bike and have a ride. And I set this to, I think it was called Extreme Twisty route. So let's see what Extreme Twisty route does. Okay, I've never been down here before, which is good because that's what we're riding the bike for, because we're having a little bit of fun. Extreme Twisty. Okay. Many years ago I was on my Kajiva Elephant and I set a route between a couple of places, and I set it to shortest route, and honestly it took me down the muddiest mucky tracks. It was this time of year, and yeah, that was a mistake. So I think that was on a Garmin though, I can't remember, but let's give this a go. It says it is 34 minutes 17 miles. Now I don't know if the battery in this GoPro will last 34 minutes. If it does, happy days. It was fully charged before I left home. If it does, happy days. If it doesn't, then have a good day, blah blah blah, because obviously I won't get to say that at the end of the video because it will just stop and I'll be riding along, all of a sudden it will go but, and nothing will happen. We've had an awful lot of rain the last few days, so a lot of this muck has been washed out, and you guys that ride all year round, you'll know what these wet leaves are like. Cheers mate. You know what these wet leaves are like. They're a bit of a nightmare for bikes, and this is definitely a little route. 2.3 miles. Where are we turning? We are turning on Ham Street Road. But so far so good. I did have this running on a ride last week, was it? I can't remember, I think it was last week, and I wasn't all that impressed with the definition between the maps when you're on small country roads, because you can see the screen. If you can see that, the screen is sort of a grey beigey colour. And obviously the route now is shown in black. There's a nice bit of definition there, that's easy to see. But if you're not navigating the minor roads, these little lanes that I like to ride, were in white, and I couldn't see them. It was a bit ridiculous. So I don't know if it's worth emailing TomTom whether they listen to old geezers running around on Honda CB250RSs. It's a bit slippery. But I might do, because I couldn't see it, so that would be a reason for me not to use the map if I wasn't navigating, if I was just riding. And there are times when I'll just put a map on the screen, just so that every now and then I'll get to a junction, I can zoom in or out and just see where I am, because I will just ride and get lost, because it's a bit of fun. And if I've got days off work, which I've quite a lot of, I don't mind getting lost, because you've got no time constraint, and this is my little bit of therapy, riding this little bike, and I absolutely love it, as I say quite often. What have we got here? We've got a crossroads. Can't see road markings. Is this my priority? No, it's not. Okay, and we are straight across, minding the pothole. See that really should have said a right and a left, because that was a bit of a dog leg, and I know other mapping systems would have done that. There is audio. I've got a headset In fact, I'm going to switch that on. It's built into the helmet. It says it's preparing headset. Hello. Phone connected. Right, let's see if it speaks into my helmet. I've got a little distance to the next point of sort of deviation, if you like. But I know there was volume because when I pulled off my driveway, I could actually hear it over the sound of the engine, because obviously the volume was up quite loud on the phone, even though it's in a, I call it a waterproof case. It may be a waterproof case, I don't know, but the phone's waterproof, hopefully. So let's see if it starts playing. But again, see this? That is a right turn. Now I know the map's quite obvious where it goes, but that should have said it was a right turn. Okay, 6'6" except for access. Well, we should be alright. I did put a bit of Rain-X on the camera case cover, so I'm hoping that water blows off the lens. I can't see. This looks like it's been tarmac not that long ago. Oh no, maybe not. Cracks in the road. It's quite a nice little road, this. Oh, this is lovely. She's talking in my head, and she was talking really high pitched, which those of you that know, if your phone loses a bit of signal for some reason, some of the sat-nav instructions are really high pitched, as if they're panicking, which if I'm in my car and I'm blasting, I quite enjoy that, because it sounds like you've scared the sat-nav, but I'm not going to be scaring anybody at 35 miles an hour. So obviously it's just lost a little bit of signal out in the rural roads. Let's give him a bit of room. Mr. Delivery Man. Nah, come on mate. You're bigger than me. I've got plenty of time to stop. Cheers. Bespoke Nurseries, wherever that is. But yeah, decent fella. He pulled over well early. Yeah, she's speaking high pitched at me, telling me to turn right onto Ham Street Road up here. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to hear that through the mic. You never know, you might be able to. Let's see if I can turn the volume up. Right, that's maximum volume on the headset. But yeah, that connected straight away. I didn't do anything other than download the app and pick a route. So it has connected straight away. Right, we are turning right here. She's still very high pitched. Surely the signal can't be that bad for that long. Ham Street Road, turn right, yeah. Now I don't know this road at all, which is good. That's the whole idea of this. Where am I going now? Ah, Cock Lane. Look at that. I'm heading down Cock Lane. Now that could be a good night out, but somehow I don't think it's going to be. At least the rain's not getting worse. Not like the other day. I could feel it through my gloves and through my waterproofs. That really was pissing down. I've ridden in some pretty torrential weather, but that was quite a good one. So yeah, on the display we've got a speaker thing. We've got a little looks like a menu button. You've got a north button. You've got the road speed and your speed. You probably can't see that. 60 mile an hour road, obviously it's a national limit. Yeah, she's still talking really high pitched. 3/4 of a mile from the road to the left. That's a long way out to be giving you advance warning, to be honest. 3/4 of a mile. I'm an old man, I'd have forgotten what she said by the time I get 3/4 of a mile up the road. I'd have probably fallen asleep before then. This is nice. This will be lovely in the summer. I wonder if it records the routes. If it does, I'll add a little note in the description box thingy when I get home, because sometimes you do a little route and you think, oh, that was cracking, and then you go to do it a few months later and can you remember it? Can you bollocks? Right, now in a quarter of a mile from the road to the left. She's still high pitched. Sounds like she's panicking. Maybe she's seen these tyres. Maybe she saw my Chinese tyres. Yeah, she's probably quite right to have a bit of a panic then. Well, I know. Do you know what? I know where I am now. I've ridden that road many a time, but in the other direction. How weird's that when you get onto a road and you follow the road to the left? Yeah, I'm going to take a quick. I'm going to pull over here just for Cock Lane. Love it. You know when people. Sorry, she's waffling at me. 200 yards, turn left onto Marsh Road. What's it say I've got signal wise? I think it says I've got a full 5G signal. But she still sounds a bit like she's got a flap on. Poor girl. Oh, these leaves. These leaves are slippery. Right, in 1 mile I've got to turn left onto the 2070. Now I know this road, I've ridden this road many a time. This goes out towards Johnson's Corner, which, well, I'm sure it does, which for those of you that have watched any of my other videos, if you have, I hope you enjoyed them, thank you. I've been waffling away to myself. What are we on? Does that say 11 minutes? It's got water on the screen. Yeah, 11 and a half minutes. Which, as you know, if you've not watched it, watch it. I did a very short video on it, on Lieutenant Johnson, very brave American pilot whose plane was hit and was coming down towards the village of Ham Street, and all of his crew, he told his crew obviously to bail out, which they did, and when he could see that his plane was going to crash into the village, he stayed with it and steered it away, which cost him his life, but hugely brave. And when the new bypass was built just up here, I don't know who, but whoever they are, well done. Someone just got this little bit here renamed Johnson's Corner, and bloody right too. In fact, oh, lock the back wheel up. In fact, I will just pull over. There you go. Johnson's Corner Memorial Association. Just so you can have a quick butcher's. God, it is pouring down. Oh, the sat nav caught that quite well that I span round. Okay. Right, turn left and turn right, as she says in my ear. Yeah, I don't particularly like sitting in the middle of this road. It's a fast road. Yeah, okay. We're through. Oh, this is slippery. Yeah. I wonder if it will spin the back end up. Oh, that's, I was so busy looking, there's no entry there. But it is raining, look, just in case. Now, I've been down here before as well. This is a little late. I've cycled down here a few times. Another little Michael route, grass in the middle, bless him. But it is raining. I don't know if you can hear the rain on my helmet and my crash helmet. Hopefully its waterproofs aren't leaking. My old trusty waterproofs, they were good waterproofs in their day, but repeated use they did start to leak. So as I've said previously, I did buy some seam sealing tape for tents off of eBay, Amazon, I can't remember which, one of the two, and it's quite wide. It's probably a good couple of inches wide rather than really thin stuff, and I've patched over every hole that I could find. There was a hole on the sleeve of this arm as well. When I took the jacket off the other day, there was a wet patch there. It didn't soak through, but I couldn't actually see where it was, so I sort of guesstimated and chucked might be this arm actually, chucked a load of tape over it. So this will be a good test of how the tape is. I mean, I've worn these probably 2 or 3 times since then, and the tape is still stuck solid. So I'm all for if you can mend stuff and it's going to work, obviously if you can mend it, it's not going to work, then sometimes you do just have to bin it and buy stuff again. But these were bloody good waterproofs in their day. Held, they fit really well, they pack quite small, and they are flexible, which is probably part of their downfall, because they are flexible. The outer, I think, is a bit more flexy than the coating, and that's what split it around the crutch, because that's where they all go as you swing your leg over the bike. I never really thought about it until I went to Hideout, and I was chatting to the girls at Hideout. I was chatting to Kate, and she said, yeah, that's where they all go. Whatever you wear, even if it's a decent textile kit, which theirs is, that is the first place they'll leak. And it purely is because you're slinging your leg over the bike, you know, numerous times, and that stretching of the kit is what causes the damage. So obviously they know where the issues are, so they reinforce them where they need to. My Hideout kit is superb, second to none. Saved my bacon in a big crash. I've done a video about that, but I've yet to post it, to be honest with you. I might post it one day. I'll probably watch it back first of all and see how much I rambled on about it. But it's a lovely little route. It is raining now. Greenery in the middle. At least you can see what's coming, unless they're in a small sports car. And I had another near miss with a small sports car because of that reason, at the Sun in the Sands roundabout up off the A2 near London. But that's a whole nother story. I might save that for another day, because a lot of these stories involve what I used to do for work. Change the subject. That old shelter, from a distance that looked like the fuselage of a bomber. But it's not. It's an old farm shelter. Yeah, I might do a few videos on what I used to do for work, which was basically riding a motorcycle and driving cars, but mainly motorcycle. That's what I love doing. Unfortunately, that's not what I do anymore. Again, that's another story. I did start to put a book together. I was going to write a book of my memoirs, and I've got a whole load. I've probably got about 25 chapters of headlines, and you know, a chapter working title, and then the bullet points in it. But I'm starting to think maybe it'd be easier. God, there's a lot of crap here. Maybe it'd be easier to do it as part of my turn right. Turn right. See, this isn't actually a turning, so it tells me not to, or it doesn't tell me to turn when it is a turning, and then it doesn't when it is. But yeah, going back to what I was waffling about just now, as part of my sort of arsing about video series, I might chat about work and a few stories and anecdotes, changing the names to protect the guilty, which I shouldn't really, because some people I work with, one person in particular was an absolute see you next Tuesday, and anyone that I used to work with that watches them will know exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah, someone that definitely shouldn't have been in the position he was in. But anyway, enough of that. Let's have fun on the RS. I'm always tempted to ride through these puddles, but the spark plug on this bike is the original Honda spark plug. It's not spark plug cap. It is a new plug, I changed that. But the spark plug cap is the genuine Honda spark plug cap. So it's 43 years old. And I pulled it off to go and match up a new NGK one, and when I pulled it off I thought, you know what, the rubber was still really flexible, it still looked really good, so I put it back on, and so far, I'm telling you right here, so far I've not had an issue. That's tempting fate, isn't it? Okay, turn right. This is a bizarre route because I know I'm riding away from right, and I I think my bollocks are starting to get wet. It's that feeling of, is that just cold against my jeans, my armoured jeans, or is it water? I'll find out when I get home. And I'm not worried really, because I want to know if these waterproofs leak, because I've got no intention of binning them, even though most people would. I'm going to repair these for as long as I can, as long as it's sensible, because they are really nice waterproofs, and they weren't cheap. But yeah, if I can keep these going for a few more years, happy days. Just for when I'm wearing the you know, jeans and jacket. Yeah, they're proper bike jeans and bike jacket, but for when I'm wearing them, which is what I wear on this bike, rather than my decent suits. If it's the middle of winter, chances are you will see me wearing a decent suit, because it's going to be cold. I'm hoping to do maybe a video a week on this little thing. I might even do more than that, depending on what the weather's like. I have got some heated clothing, and at some point I'm gonna bolt it to the bike. I'm gonna put the fly lead on the battery. Oh, what have we got here? Roadworks ending. Good. I'll bolt the fly lead to the battery, and then I'll probably plumb in what I would wear, and then fire the bike up, switch it all on, and see what the current drain is like, because you got to think, 43 years ago there was no such thing as heated clothing, there was no such thing as a sat nav or a phone charger or any of that stuff. So the most people would have fitted 40 odd years ago was a pair of heated grips, because they were about. But other than that, yeah, there would have been no accessories at all. So the charging system, a little antique shop, me and the missus were in there the other week. Yeah, the charging system obviously wasn't designed, especially on a small, what would have been a commuter bike. It's not like it's a touring bike where, if it's BMW or Ducati or anyone that produces big tourers, they know that you're going to bolt loads of crap on it, especially these days with the electrics. So you've got a generator that's up to the job, but I bet this doesn't kick a lot out. I might better grab a little bit of power back by changing the headlight to an LED bulb, which has a very low current draw, because at the moment I think it's all of 35 watts of power for the headlight. So I might better drag a bit of current back by going LED. Obviously as long as the light pattern and all that sort of stuff is good. Right, 3/4 of a mile, turn right onto the street. Oh, I might have to check my suspension settings on the O-Lins. Yeah, we know they're not O-Lins. They're probably showers. I think on their own shower at one point, whether they still do or not, I don't know. So 3/4 of a mile, turn right. Now, it does give you a bit of data here, so it says should arrive at 13:57, 11 minutes away, and it's 6.6 miles, and I'm turning in 600 yards. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not my signal. I wouldn't have a poor signal this amount of distance. It's got to be something to do with the app. Where am I? I'm turning right. No, Appledore. Oh, no, Appledore. Out in the marsh. By the canal. This is the Royal Military Canal, which I'm guessing was it was dug for, or some of it was dug. Oh, there's an old pillbox over there, if you can see that, from the Second World War. Okay, we are turning left. Follow Military Road for 6 miles. Try not to fall into the water. Ah, you bastard, just went through a puddle and splashed me. Okay, sneak it into top gear. Oh, this is raining now. Let's just drop it a gear for this bend. I know on camera this probably looks really slow, but there's a reason for that, and that's these tyres. Right, what's the GoPro on? 25 minutes. And I've got 9 minutes to go. Do we reckon the battery will last to the end of the ride? Let's find out. I didn't bring a spare battery with me. But this is lashing down. But who cares? Do you know what? I mean, when you deliberately leave your house in the rain to go for a ride, you must enjoy doing what you're doing and riding what you're riding, and that's the truth of this bike. And I enjoy making these stupid little videos for people to watch, and you know what, some people are actually watching them. My daughter, I was getting annoyed because the GoPro was recording in segments, sort of like, and they were varying in length, sort of from like 12 to 15 minutes, and I didn't know why, but I was posting the videos in 2 parts, the old episodes, and it was pissing me off a little bit. So I joined the GoPro page on Facebook, and a very helpful guy on there said, yeah, it's just the way the files are configured on that camera, there's nothing you can do about it. It records it in sections so that if you have a corrupted file, you don't lose everything. You know, you keep the bits that you might be useful, which makes sense, I guess. So I asked my teenage daughter, and she told me about some apps to use that would fix that. So I tried one yesterday, and lo and behold, I just selected 2 files, it joined them together seamlessly, and I uploaded them yesterday. So I now have complete videos of my RSing around. So hopefully this is going to be, what are we, 27 minutes, 7 minutes away. It's going to be 34 minutes. Oh, that's wet. Yeah, it's going to be 34 minutes of RSing around. I might actually change the channel name to that. Yeah, why not? Sneak it back into top gear. 50 miles an hour. Oh, I'm sure you can hear the rain. Now I'm definitely thinking my waterproofs are leaking. It could be the cold and the wet sucking the heat from the parts, but it doesn't feel like it. Right, nothing coming, nothing behind me. Scoot over this way, there you go, look. Welcome to East Sussex. No stopping except for loading. Where are you going to load anything around here? What are you going to do? Put some dead bodies in a drainage ditch? I don't think that's likely. Well, I hope it's not likely. Yeah, I think I'm definitely getting wet nuts. If it stops raining, I'll pull the gloves off and I'll have a look. I'll show you all. Well, I won't show you my nuts, obviously. That's a whole new channel. OnlyFans. The RS OnlyFans page. There's an idea. Might be worth a few quid. Yeah, probably not. Well, no, not probably. What sort of person would want to watch an old geezer on an RS250 with wet bollocks? Now this is a bit more the... God, that is in flood. Jeez. Yeah, that's wet. Yeah, that's high as well. Right. Yeah, that's really high. Yeah, who's going to want to watch that? But you know what? It takes all sorts, doesn't it? People can watch what they want, as long as it's not hurting anyone else, and yeah, it's not illegal. Then, hey, if you want to see an old man's wet nuts on an RS250, then fill your boots. I'm not here to judge anybody. Ah, it's raining. It's proper raining. 60 miles an hour. Let's tuck it down there. Hour 60. Which is a genuine, right, let's have a look at that. Look, 60 miles an hour is a genuine 58 miles an hour on the sat-nav. Oh, well, that's bloody good, isn't it? 43 years old, and that's 2 miles an hour out at 60 miles an hour. So I'm stepping out of the road. Thank you. She gave me a little nod. Yeah. I don't know who she is, but she's got a long way to walk before she really gets to anything in the absolute pissing rain in dark clothing. Oh, big puddle here. Avoid that. I'm not far from Rye now, so let's roll a bit further forwards, back into a national, change down, power! Oh, was that a misfire? No, I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, to be honest with you. There's an awful lot of water. Might go the fast way home, I think, just because it's on main routes, and I know there's at least one petrol station where I could probably buy a can of WD-40. Here we go, people, welcome to Rye. 30 limit. Here we go, the ancient town of Rye. Someone should give that sign a clean. If I lived there, you know, I'd come down with a bucket and sponge, I'd get that a wash. But that's just me, I guess. Alright, are we still recording? We are, we've still got lights flashing. Look at that, and we are... oh, this says 12 minutes. Maybe that's started a new file. I'm guessing it has. Oh no, or does it say 32? No, it says 32. You see, that's what happens when you get old. Alright. Well, that's lovely. Thatch roof, so you've got to pay for the new thatch, and then all of a sudden that becomes very expensive. I don't know how many years they last, cheers. I don't know how many years a thatch roof lasts. I've got Kempeg tiles on mine, and even they're expensive, like £1 a tile or something. I don't know if that's dear compared to modern stuff, but you have to get them all from reclamation yards. Turn right. Okay, there's the tower in Rye. Make a U-turn in 200 yards. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be making any U-turns. Let's spin in this car park, and I'll end the video here while you're sitting there. Have you seen me? Give yourself a bit of room to move if you haven't. No, you hadn't, had you? No, that double glance as you saw me, yeah, told me that story straight away. You hadn't seen me, idiot. Well, there you go. Always check your blind spots, people. Which is why I left him a lot of room. That used to be a car dealer's. They used to have some odd stuff in there. Anyway, YouTubes, thank you very much if you've watched this. I've got water everywhere. I definitely think I've got wet bollocks. But yeah, if you've watched this and you've enjoyed my little rant and the test of this app, which, to be fair, let's put my visor up, let's drain some of the water out of it first. To be fair, it hasn't worked too badly. Can I stop it? Yep, you can stop it. Yeah, there you go. So 40 minutes, 20 miles. I wonder what the options are. Let's have a look. Oh, still the same. Super thrilling, there you go, that's what I used. Alright, let's stop that. Cancel route. Yeah. You can see what I mean now about the roads. I'm not going to be able to see them. I don't even know if you can see them on the camera. Yeah, that's not going to work. Anyway, YouTubes, thanks very much for watching this. If you've watched it, I hope you've enjoyed it. Want to go for a wet ride home? I'll let you know if my bollocks are wet when I get back. I can put that in the comments so you can have a laugh at my expense, and then obviously that'll be on OnlyFans a bit later. Right, have fun YouTubes, stay sunny side up and enjoy. I'll catch you later. Bye.